actually seeing that things are a lot more interesting, because remember, in the conventional view, God created the universe, even though they don't want to call it that. Oh, it just happened by an explosion. But it all took place all at once, and then it never happened again. Now we're actually getting something really cool. A black hole is an emitter. It's creating new stuff. Well, why would you think the cabal, if the cabal is in fact manicuring science and making sure that only the science they want us to know gets out, why would they not want this out? Well, think about it. If matter can be created out of nothing now, then why couldn't we have materializers? Why couldn't we print food out of the background of space and time itself? Why couldn't we create energy out of space and time itself? You see, this gets into free energy, it gets into materializers, and once we acknowledge that and we start working on what in Black Ops sometimes was called particleization, the creation of particles out of nothing, apparently nothing, which is really just the background energy of the universe, now you're going to have to start giving people stuff, and ultimately that undermines the entire basis of a money system. Once you have free energy, once you have materializers, forget about the need for money. As I keep saying, if you want a broom, you just materialize the broom and you sweep the floor, put it back in the materializer, close the door, hit the button, broom goes away. Any toys that you've ever wanted to have, you couldn't afford it, guess what? Just make one. And now you can have anything you want. So this totally changes what we thought we could do. And so I believe that there is a deliberate suppression in place to prevent Halt and ARP's science from going forward. You could even imagine people in the cabal looking at what ARP was discovering and seeing that it immediately leads to free energy and materializers, which they already knew they had. If you follow what Corey's been saying, materializers were one of the things that Draco gave to people on Earth as a form of trade, because it was so cool to have something at Area 51 that you can print a meal out of. Dr. Pete Peterson, who I've interviewed before, and you've heard me talk about him, he actually experienced printed meals at Area 51 and said they were delicious. Corey talks about how he'd like to hit the pot roast button when you watch Cosmic Disclosure. This is the science that makes that possible. They don't want you to have this information. So really try to be clear about the implications of what I'm saying, and don't just get hung up on this. If you have black holes as just these hungry mouths that are only taking matter that was already there and getting rid of it, but they can't make anything new, then you keep this idea that all the energy that's ever going to be made is there, you can't get free energy, that there's no new matter, get rid of it. So ARP was stamped down just like Galileo because he had a science that could set us free from a money system.